Hello, and welcome to the Drowsy Mind. Tonight, we're going to talk about something your brain does every single night while you sleep. Something quiet and careful. Something you've never had to think about. We're going to explore how sleep cleans and organizes your memories. There's nothing you need to do while you listen. You don't need to remember any of this. You don't need to stay awake. If your mind drifts, that's completely fine. If you fall asleep halfway through, that's even better. This is just a gentle explanation, a way of understanding what happens in your brain when the lights go out and the world goes quiet. So get comfortable, let your shoulders drop, and just listen. Every day, your brain takes in an enormous amount of information. Conversations, faces, sounds, sensations, things you noticed and things you didn't. Most of it feels ordinary. The color of someone's jacket, the smell of coffee in the kitchen, a sentence you overheard on the train. By the end of the day, your brain has collected thousands of these small moments, and it can't keep all of them. So every night, while you sleep, your brain does something remarkable. It sorts through everything that happened. It decides what to keep and what to let go of. It files things away. It makes connections you didn't notice during the day. This process is called memory consolidation, and it happens without you doing anything at all. Think of it like this. During the day, your brain is like a busy office. Papers are piling up on the desk. Notes are scattered everywhere. Some things are important. Some things are just clutter. At night, when you fall asleep, the office closes. The lights dim, and a quiet night shift begins. This night shift doesn't answer phones or take meetings. It just organizes. It goes through the day's pile of information and decides what matters. Some memories get filed away carefully in long-term storage. Others get gently discarded. And some get linked to older memories, creating patterns and connections that help you understand the world a little better. This is why sleep feels so restorative. It's not just rest, it's reorganization. Your brain is making sense of your day, quietly and carefully, while you dream. So how does your brain decide what to remember? This is one of those questions that feels simple, but the answer is surprisingly gentle. Your brain doesn't keep everything. That would be overwhelming. Instead, it keeps what seems important, useful, or emotionally meaningful. And it lets go of the rest. During the day, when something happens, your brain creates what's called a short-term memory. This is like a rough draft. It's fragile. It doesn't last long unless something happens to strengthen it. When you sleep, your brain reviews these rough drafts. It looks at each one and asks, quietly, does this matter? If the answer is yes, the memory gets transferred into long-term storage. It becomes more stable, more durable, easier to recall later. If the answer is no, the memory fades, not violently, not suddenly, just gently, like a photograph left in the sun. This process is called forgetting, but that word makes it sound like a failure. It's not. Forgetting is essential. If you remembered every single thing that happened to you, your mind would be cluttered and chaotic. You wouldn't be able to find anything. Sleep helps you forget the noise so you can remember what matters. So what does matter? Generally, your brain prioritizes 3 types of memories. First, anything emotionally significant. If something made you feel strongly, whether it was joy, fear, surprise, or sadness, your brain is more likely to hold on to it. Emotions act like highlighters, telling your brain this moment is worth keeping. Second, anything you repeated or practiced. If you studied something, rehearsed a skill, or thought about an idea multiple times, your brain notices. Repetition signals importance. And third, anything connected to something you already know. New information that fits into an existing pattern is easier to store. It's like adding a book to a shelf that already has similar books on it. There's a place for it. Everything else, the brain lets drift away. And that's not a loss. That's efficiency. That's your brain taking care of you. Sleep isn't just one thing. It moves in cycles, like gentle waves. And each part of the sleep cycle does something slightly different for your memory. When you first fall asleep, you enter light sleep. This is the beginning of the night shift. Your brain starts to slow down. Your body begins to relax. During light sleep, your brain starts reviewing the day. It's like flipping through a notebook, deciding what's worth keeping. Then you move into deep sleep. This is where the real filing happens. In deep sleep, your brain replays certain memories over and over, very quietly, strengthening the connections between brain cells. This is called memory replay. Scientists can actually measure this. If you learn something new during the day, like a route through a new building or a list of words, your brain will replay that information during deep sleep. It's rehearsing without you knowing. Deep sleep is especially important for factual memories, things like names, dates, concepts, skills, the kind of information you might study or need to recall later. And then, later in the night, you enter REM sleep. This is where dreaming happens. REM sleep does something different. Instead of just filing memories away, it plays with them. It makes strange connections. It blends old memories with new ones. It creates patterns you wouldn't consciously notice. This is where emotional memories get processed. If something happened during the day that felt confusing or intense, REM sleep helps soften it. It takes the emotional charge out of the memory, so when you wake up, the event feels a little easier to think about. You cycle through these stages multiple times each night. Light sleep, deep sleep, REM sleep, and back again. Each cycle lasts about 90 minutes. And with each cycle, your brain continues its work, sorting, connecting, letting go. It's a rhythm you don't control, but it's always there, working quietly in the background. If you've ever woken up from a dream and thought, where did that come from? You're not alone. Dreams can feel random, disjointed, sometimes unsettling, sometimes lovely, often just strange. But they're not meaningless. Dreaming is part of how your brain processes and organizes memories. It's your brain experimenting with connections. During REM sleep, your brain becomes very active again, almost as active as when you're awake. But it's not responding to the outside world anymore. It's responding to itself. It pulls up fragments of memories, recent and old, and starts combining them in unusual ways. A person from yesterday might appear in a place from 10 years ago. An emotion you felt this morning might get attached to a completely unrelated image. This sounds chaotic, but it serves a purpose. By making these strange connections, your brain is testing out patterns. It's exploring possibilities. It's finding links between ideas that you might not have noticed consciously. Some researchers believe this is where creativity comes from. The unexpected combinations that happen during sleep sometimes lead to insights when you wake up. Have you ever gone to bed stuck on a problem and woken up with a solution? That's not magic. That's your brain working through possibilities while you sleep. Dreams also help with emotional processing. If something stressful or confusing happened during the day, your brain might replay elements of it in a dream. But the dream won't be a literal replay. It'll be symbolic, fragmented, softened. This allows your brain to engage with the emotion without re-triggering the full intensity of the experience. It's like gently touching a bruise to see if it still hurts. Over time, this process helps reduce the emotional weight of difficult memories. The memory itself doesn't disappear, but it becomes less overwhelming. So if your dreams feel strange, that's okay. They're supposed to. They're part of how your mind makes sense of the day. You've probably noticed that when you don't sleep well, everything feels harder. Your memory feels fuzzy. You forget small things. You can't focus as easily. Even simple decisions feel overwhelming. This isn't a character flaw. It's just what happens when your brain doesn't get enough time to do its night shift. When you skip sleep or only get a few hours, the filing system doesn't have time to finish its work. Memories from the day are still sitting in temporary storage. They haven't been strengthened yet. They haven't been connected to older memories. And because there's no room for new information, your brain struggles to take in anything else. It's like trying to add more papers to an already overflowing desk. There's just nowhere to put them. This is why learning feels harder when you're tired. Your brain is still holding on to yesterday's information, and it doesn't have space for today's. Sleep deprivation also affects emotional memories more intensely. Without enough REM sleep, your brain doesn't get to process difficult emotions properly. So they linger. Small frustrations feel bigger. Worries that might normally fade start to feel persistent. This is why everything can feel more overwhelming when you're exhausted. It's not that the problems are worse. It's that your brain hasn't had the chance to soften them yet. The good news is that this is reversible. When you finally do sleep, your brain catches up. It might take a night or two, but the filing system gets back to work. Memories get sorted. Emotions get processed, and things start to feel manageable again. You don't need to be perfect with sleep. You don't need 8 hours every single night. But your brain does need regular opportunities to do this work. And when you give it that time, it takes care of you. There's a popular idea that you can learn new things while you sleep. That if you play a language lesson or a recording of facts while you're asleep, Your brain will absorb them effortlessly. It's a lovely thought, but it's not quite how sleep works. Your brain doesn't take in brand new information while you're asleep. During sleep, your senses are turned down. You're not processing the outside world the same way you do when you're awake. What sleep does brilliantly is strengthen and organize information you already learned while awake. So if you studied something during the day, sleeping afterward helps that information stick. But you can't skip the studying part. There is one interesting exception, though. Some studies have shown that if you're learning something during the day, and then you're exposed to a related sound or smell while you sleep, your brain might strengthen that specific memory a little more. For example, if you're learning to play a piece of music, and that music is played softly while you're in deep sleep, your brain might replay that memory more intensely. It's called targeted memory reactivation. But even this requires that you learn the material while awake first. Sleep is not a shortcut to knowledge. It's a filing system. It takes what you've already experienced and makes it more permanent. And that's more than enough. You don't need to optimize your sleep or turn it into a productivity tool. Sleep is already doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's quietly taking care of your mind every single night without you having to think about it. Earlier, we talked about how sleep helps you remember important things. But just as importantly, sleep helps you forget. And that's not a bad thing. In fact, it's essential. If you remembered every detail of every day, your mind would be cluttered with irrelevant information. You'd remember every conversation you overheard, every advertisement you glanced at, every minor sensation. Your brain would spend so much energy sorting through the noise that it wouldn't have room for what actually matters. So sleep helps you let go. During the night, your brain weakens the connections associated with unimportant memories. These memories don't vanish instantly, but they fade over time, like footprints in sand, slowly smoothed over by the tide. This process is called synaptic downscaling. Throughout the day, every time you learn something or experience something, the connections between your brain cells get stronger. But if every connection kept getting stronger and stronger, your brain would become overstimulated and chaotic. Sleep resets the system. It gently weakens the connections that don't matter, while preserving the ones that do. This is why, after a good night's sleep, your mind feels clearer. You're not just rested, you're unburdened. Your brain has quietly swept away the mental clutter, leaving behind only what you need. There's something very reassuring about this. It means you don't have to hold on to everything. You don't have to remember every worry, every fleeting thought, every minor interaction. Your brain already knows what to keep and what to release, and it does this work for you every night without you asking. So if you ever feel like your memory isn't perfect, that's okay. Your brain is designed to forget. It's protecting you from overwhelm. And that's exactly what it should be doing. Some memories carry more weight than others. Not because they're more factually important, but because they're emotionally charged. A difficult conversation, a moment of embarrassment, a surprise, a loss. These memories feel different. They stay with you longer. They come back more easily, sometimes when you don't want them to. And sleep plays a very specific role in how your brain handles them. When something emotionally significant happens, your brain tags it as important. It prioritizes that memory for storage. But here's the gentle part. While sleep strengthens the factual details of the memory, it softens the emotional intensity. This happens mostly during REM sleep, the stage where you dream. During REM, your brain replays the emotional memory, but in a very particular way. It activates the parts of your brain involved in memory, but it reduces activity in the parts involved in stress. It's like watching a film of the event with the volume turned down on the fear or sadness. Over time, this allows you to remember what happened without feeling the full force of the emotion every time you think about it. This is why difficult experiences often feel a little easier to think about the morning after. Your brain has started the process of emotional softening. It's also why, if you don't sleep well after something upsetting, the emotion can feel stuck. Your brain hasn't had the chance to process it yet. This is very normal. It doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It just means your brain needs time and sleep to do its work. And it will, eventually. Sleep doesn't erase painful memories. It doesn't make them disappear. But it does help them become something you can live with more easily. It takes the sharp edges off. And that's a quiet kindness your brain offers you every night. Have you ever noticed that some memories are incredibly vivid, while others are hazy and vague? You might remember exactly where you were when you heard a particular piece of news, but struggle to recall what you ate for lunch 3 days ago. This isn't random. Your brain prioritizes memories based on a few key factors, and sleep plays a role in determining which memories stay sharp and which ones fade. Emotionally significant events, as we've discussed, are more likely to be remembered clearly. But there's more to it than that. Memories that are rehearsed, either consciously or unconsciously, become stronger. If you think about something multiple times, or if it comes up in conversation, or if it connects to something else you're learning, your brain strengthens those pathways. Sleep amplifies this. During the night, your brain replays certain memories more than others, and those are the ones that become clearer and easier to recall. But here's something interesting. Sometimes your brain replays memories you didn't even realize were important. Scientists have found that during deep sleep, the brain tends to replay memories that might be useful in the future, even if they didn't feel significant at the time. It's like your brain is making predictions about what you'll need to remember later. So that random detail you noticed in passing might get strengthened during sleep, not because it mattered yesterday, but because your brain suspects it might matter tomorrow. This is part of why memory feels so unpredictable. You can't always control what you remember, but your brain is doing its best to hold on to the things it thinks will serve you. And most of the time, it's right. There's a rhythm to all of this. Every night, your brain moves through the same cycle. Light sleep, deep sleep, REM sleep, and back again. Each stage has its role. Light sleep is the transition. It's where your brain begins to shift its focus inward, away from the world, and toward itself. Deep sleep is where the filing happens. Memories are replayed, strengthened, connected to what you already know. REM sleep is where the emotional processing happens, where strange connections are made and difficult feelings are softened. And then the cycle repeats, again and again, throughout the night. You don't control this rhythm. You don't decide when to enter deep sleep or when to dream. It happens on its own. And that's the beauty of it. You don't have to manage your memory consolidation. You don't have to optimize your sleep cycles. You just have to sleep. Your brain knows what to do. It's been doing this your entire life, every single night, without you ever having to think about it. And it will keep doing it as long as you give it the time and space it needs. There's something deeply comforting in that. You don't have to carry the weight of every day with you consciously. Your brain is taking care of it in the background. It's sorting, connecting, letting go, and holding on, all while you rest. You are being taken care of, even when you're not aware of it. Sometimes, memory doesn't work the way we expect it to. You forget something you wanted to remember. You remember something that didn't happen quite the way you recall. You feel certain about a detail, only to find out later that you were wrong. This can be frustrating. It can make you feel like your mind isn't reliable. But memory isn't supposed to be a perfect recording. Your brain doesn't store memories the way a computer stores files. Instead, it stores the essence of an experience, the key details, the emotional tone, the general shape of what happened. And every time you recall a memory, your brain reconstructs it. It pieces together fragments, fills in gaps, and sometimes adds details that weren't there originally. This happens unconsciously. You're not deliberately changing the memory. Your brain is just doing what it's designed to do. This is called memory reconsolidation. And while it can lead to inaccuracies, it also serves a purpose. By reconstructing memories each time you recall them, your brain can update them with new information, new perspectives, new understanding. This is how you learn from experience. This is how you grow. So if your memory feels imperfect, that's okay. It's not broken. It's adaptive. Your brain is prioritizing meaning over precision, and that's often more useful than having a flawless record of every detail. Sleep plays a role in this too. When you sleep, your brain doesn't just replay memories exactly as they happened. It integrates them with what you already know. It adjusts them slightly to fit into the larger story of your life. This is why memories can shift over time. Not because you're misremembering, but because your brain is constantly making sense of your experiences in light of everything else you know. And that's not a flaw. That's intelligence. So that's the quiet work your brain does every night. It sorts through the day. It files away what matters. It lets go of what doesn't. It strengthens memories. It softens emotions. It makes connections you didn't see while you were awake. And it does all of this without you having to do anything. You don't need to optimize it. You don't need to perfect it. You just need to sleep. Your brain knows what to do. It's been doing this your entire life, every night, in the background while you rest. So tonight, if your thoughts are busy, if your mind feels full, just know that sleep will take care of it. You don't have to sort through everything yourself. Your brain will do the work for you, gently and quietly, while you drift. And tomorrow, things will feel a little clearer. Thank you for listening.